Okay, hello and welcome to the vitamin C deficiency video. So hopefully through this video you'll be able to apply your understanding of collagen structure and function to vitamin C deficiency and scurvy. So hopefully you're watching this video after you watch the collagen video. Otherwise, it's not going to make any sense whatsoever. But this is a practical application of structure function, a manipulation to a structure and how it affects its function, and to the fibrous proteins. So let's get started. Okay, this is vitamin C. You should be able to recognize this structure on an exam. Food for thought. It's also called ascorbic acid. Okay, so it turns out that in order to post-translationally modify a proline into hydroxyproline, you have to have vitamin C. So you have to have proline and vitamin C in order to get hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine. So that means that this OH somehow in many steps comes from vitamin C. Okay, so if you don't have vitamin C, if you don't have your vitamin C, for humans, you can't make hydroxyproline. Now, if you cannot make hydroxyproline, what happens to collagen's structure and therefore function? Well, if you recall, in the previous video, there was the top view of the triple helix, and at its very core, there was this ring that was surrounded by another ring, which is surrounded by all the lysines. Well, this doesn't look anything like it. I think you're going to get the idea, though. There was this innermost ring where all the hydrogen bonding was taking place, and that was primarily coming from the hydroxyproline. So if you lose the OH, then this innermost core, the innermost ring where the hydrogen bonding is going on, becomes weaker and weaker. So it becomes weaker because you're losing the hydrogen bonding, and hydrogen bonding is a relatively strong non-covalent interaction, and you're losing 3 hydrogen bonds per hydroxyproline. So collagen's structure has been perturbed because you're missing the OH, because you didn't take your vitamin C. And then its function is perturbed because it's getting weaker. Collagen's function is to be strong. And so it's getting weaker and weaker. And what ends up happening? Oh, I don't know, your teeth fall out. Or your eyeballs don't stay in your head very well. Or your gums start to bleed because there is no collagen to hold the blood back. There's pain in your muscles because your muscles aren't strong anymore. Okay, hopefully you follow me. Hopefully you'll be able to describe what happens if you don't take enough vitamin C, you don't get an OH on your proline, so you don't create hydroxy. Okay, so if you don't take your vitamin C, then you can't make hydroxyproline, which means the inner core of the collagen structure becomes weaker and weaker, and that leads to your teeth fall out because collagen is not strong enough to hold them in anymore. Okay, so it turns out that vitamin C, it comes from glucose. So for most organisms do not need vitamin C because they can synthesize it from eating sugar. And one of the key enzymes in this process is galano-lactone oxidase. All right, so oxidase. So biochemical pathways, there's many steps, and they're all catalyzed by enzymes. And so there's this key enzyme called galano-lactone oxidase, and that's the enzyme that is missing in species that must eat vitamin C. Okay, so there's a number of organisms out there that don't have to take in vitamin C because as long as they have sugar, they'll be able to make their own vitamin C, and then they can put OHs on their prolines and get to their hydroxyprolines. So why is it that we, us humans, have to take in a vitamin C? I don't know if you know this about vitamins, but what it means to be a vitamin, it's an essential molecule, organic molecule that you have to ingest. It means that your body doesn't make it, but you have to have it in order for all of your cells to create the right proteins, to do all the appropriate processes, things like that. So vitamins are things that your body doesn't make, but it needs very badly. So how did it happen? Like, why is it that us humans and a few other species, why is it that we cannot make our vitamin C from sugar? Why? And it turns out that for most organisms, vitamin for us. So why is vitamin C not a vitamin for all species? So the simplest explanation for the inability of primates to make ascorbic acid is that 40 million years ago, our ancestors of humans, chimps, gorillas, orangutans, that's an orangutan, acquired a mutation in galvanolactone oxidase, which made the gene defective. Now, it kind of makes sense. So some ancestor way back acquired a mutation in galvanolactone oxidase, okay? But it was okay for that mutation to have occurred because where those chimps and orangutans and gorillas were living, they were living in a place where they would get vitamin C on a regular basis because vitamin C comes from fruit and fresh meat. So look, I picked an orangutan that's eating some sort of fresh fruit. So as long as you eat fresh fruit and meat, you get your vitamin C. So if you acquire a mutation in galvanolactone oxidase, it's okay because you're still getting your vitamin C, and there was no disadvantage for survival if you lost galvanolactone oxidase. So here's a DNA sequence alignment. How do we know this isn't amino acids? I don't know, because we're only seeing the same 4 letters repeat over and over and over and over again, and those are the DNA bases. Okay, so this is the DNA sequence for galvanolactone oxidase. And you can see up here at the top is a rat, and you can see all these primates down here right underneath of it, and right here has been highlighted a deletion or a gap for this one particular base, which basically means that galvanolactone oxidase, the gene, is a pseudogene for all of these primates, but it's not for the rat. Okay, so the rat doesn't need to intake vitamin C. It can make it from sugar. And if you think about way back, I don't know if you ever watched the movie Charlotte's Web, but that rat, he ate like everything, right? They ate garbage, they ate all sorts of things that wouldn't necessarily have vitamin C in them, but they might have sugar, and so their sugar is converted to vitamin C, and therefore rats can eat garbage, and it's no big deal. And humans, well, you can't just rely on garbage. You have to eat some fresh fruits and or meats in order to get your vitamin C so that your toofuses don't fall. And this is my last little thing that I like to leave you with because I don't like to show pictures of scurvy. So scurvy is most related to pirates. So it says, when life gives you scurvy, make lemonade. And I hope that you get it. And I'll see you in class. Bye-bye.